So welcome back to First Take Math with Brian Thomas. We're going to finish up Chapter 3 with the proportion. We're going to apply the proportion to conversions. Again, proportion is this concept of fraction equal to a fraction, and we're going to be cross-multiplying. One of the catches, though, to conversions is make sure your units match up. So this is really, really important to us. Make sure your units match up. Okay? So what we'll do is we're going to convert 6 miles into feet. The way we do this is we're looking for how many feet that is, so I'll put that down as so many feet has to go with 6 miles. What we also need to do this problem is the conversion. Hopefully they'll give it to you. Sometimes you may have to look it up. So if you have your internet or whatever, you can ask, or even ask Siri, how many miles are in how many feet are in a mile, or how many miles are in or how many feet are in a mile, or how many miles are in a foot. Usually it's, the way we most commonly see this, there's 1 mile for 5,280 feet. So I'm going to have, notice that feet went on top, so the 5,280 has to go on the top here. Just the way I wrote it out, for 1 mile. So this creates what we call a true proportion. Now to solve this, we have to cross multiply. So 1 times x is not so bad, that's just going to be x. But what is 6 times 5,280? So 5,280 times 6, I can do that math, not too bad. 6 times 0 is 0, 6 times 8, 48, carry my 4. 6 times 2 is 12, plus the 2 makes 16, carry my 1. 6 times 5 is 30, plus my 1 is 31. So I end up with 31,680 feet. So 6 miles would have 31,680 feet in that. So notice how proportion can be used to get us to that answer. Let's look at example 2. Convert 9 quarts into gallons. Again, we're looking for gallons, so I'm going to put x gallons, that's what we're looking for, over 9 gallons. I'm sorry, 9 quarts. So we're looking for gallons, and they gave us 9 quarts. And then I'm going to use my conversion. Notice that I put gallons on top, quarts on the bottom, so I have to put the 1 gallon goes with 4 quarts. So if we play the math out, since this is a proportion, we're allowed to cross multiply. So 4 times x would give us my, find a place for that. We're going to just slide right here. So 4x goes into play. 9 times 1 would be 9. And then notice that we have to still solve for x. In this situation, to get this all figured out, again, we're cross multiplying here and here. But to finish this off, since this is multiplication, we can still use division to figure that out. So we can kind of divide that out there. So 9 divided by 4. 9 divided by 4. Looks like that would be, let's see, 4 into 9. So 4 goes 9 twice, 8 comes down, remainder of 1. 4 goes into 10 twice, with remainder of 2, add another 0. 4 goes to 25 times, and that plays out. So we would end up within 2.25 gallons. That would be our answer to that problem. So we'd have 2.25 gallons in our process there. So let's see what else we have here. We want to convert 13 kilometers to miles. 13 kilometers to miles. So again, I'm trying to convert to miles, so that's my unknown. I'll put that first. X miles is going to go with 13 kilometers. And when I do my next side, my units have to match up. Since I put the miles on the top, my 1 mile has to go here. The 1.6 kilometers goes here. So what this plays out then is we have, looks like 1.6x is going to equal 13 times 1, which is 13. So it looks like I have to divide 13 by a 1.6. So I think I'm going to let technology take care of that. So we'll pick up our calculator and see what we can come up with for that. So 13 divided by 1.6, that's going to give us then 8.125 miles. So 8.125 miles. So again, we're cross multiplying. We have this then divides out, and we have then 8.125 miles. Or we'd say about 8 miles if we were estimating. So a lot of times you may see this kind of notation for, a lot of times you'll hear that with marathons and things like that. You'll hear those types of numbers thrown at you. So that's how we can use proportions to do conversions. So it is a nice little tool to solve all kinds of application problems.